Good morning, Keith. Thank you for the like. All right, we'll get started here in a few moments. Just kind of trying to see if we can get critical mass here. Hey, Sergey, welcome. Morning. I do have the risk disclosure up. I know it. I think this is, I guess most of you guys are aware of it already, but in the off chance that I do have someone here who's new, hey, Reading Tiger, welcome. Yeah, Keith, it's actually a quite powerful thing to do. Okay, it really focuses your attention on the process, which is what we're here to do, right? It's not, often we get influenced by the dollars, right? We're always focused on the outcome, right? And turning off the balance. Again, this is kind of a situation that I was in. I was getting within $300 of passing the combine, only to experience a 2 or 3 days of drawdown, run back up to $300 within the combine, only to run back. And it was not until I turned off P&L, okay, that I was able to focus my mind on the process. And since I was focused on the process and not the outcome, I was allowed to focus on the process. And then, again, within a days, I was able to get to that combine, past the combine and beyond. So there's quite a bit of power in that. I think it's natural for us to think, outcome, right? Because that's, that's who we are, right? We're here for a specific outcome. In this case, build our equity, be able to secure a sustainable stream of income for ourselves. But oftentimes, what we need to do is not focus on the outcome in this case, but actually focus on the process by which we get the outcome we desire. Okay. Very powerful. All right. And I don't underestimate the power of being able to control our mindset and focus our mindset on the right types of things, and the power that has in translating into the outcomes that we desire. All right. So let's go ahead and get started here, guys. I do have the risk disclosure up, just to, kind of briefly kind of outline here that all the content published by the market trader is to be treated as general information. I'm not here to provide any sort of investment advice, buy, sell, recommend, endorse any security instrument or fund. We all understand that futures trading does carry a fair amount of risk, and that we should be only using risk capital, that money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle should be used. Nothing, again, is contained herein is a solicitation to offer, buy, sell futures, options, stock. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right. So now that we got an understanding of why we're here and we've gone through the risk disclosure, let's go ahead and review the news. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the news here, see what the news has for us. Okay, again, very important to be aware of the news. Okay, so we have some reporting, some companies here. Okay, all right, so let's open up the calendar. Calendar. Okay, we are going to again locate the US. We're going to clear this up. All right, open up the US. All right, and we're going to select 2 and 3 star events, and we're going to apply. Okay, we're going to go back to the top here, and really, we really have a couple of events. Okay, one happening in about 53 minutes. I'm sure that everybody is going to listen to his every word. Okay, on whether or not he's going to fulfill his promise of lowering interest rates. Okay, they're going to be looking for every. They're going to measure every word. This Fed Chair Powell says here in about 53 minutes. Okay, so that's going to certainly have an impact on the market. We have the jobs jolts report happening in at 10 a.m. Eastern time, which also will have a could have a potential impact on the markets. All right. So we have two news events. So we're a little bit light on the news. We already see that the markets are higher across the board. The Dow, the S&P, the Nasdaq, okay, are already higher. Okay. So let's go ahead now and go ahead and pause here, and we'll go ahead and reshare, and we're going to go ahead and locate my charts. Okay, there we are. All right. We're going to go ahead and locate the gold market. All right. We're going to start with the gold market here. All right. So here we are with the gold market. I'm going to turn this off here. We're just kind of experimenting with some things here. Let's see. Remove. Okay. All right, let's start with the daily. Okay, start with the daily here. Again, as we've discussed in these pre-market reviews, our goal with this review is really just to get a sense, what is the market trying to do? Well, we do in the gold market in particular, we have quite a bit in the way of overlapping price action. Okay, we have a couple of days of up, and a few days of sideways action, another couple of days of up, 4 days of for a down. Now back up. We're again we're in this uh, we have price action where we have and it looks like a kind of an engulfing. Let me go ahead and remove this here. Okay. All right, we have a little bit of an engulfing price action, but nonetheless, there's really not any kind of specific direction that the market is trying to go. We've just been in this kind of overlapping price action, which in some cases may have made gold trading gold a bit on the more difficult side, right? Because it's difficult to understand exactly what direction the market is trying to go here. And since we don't have the guidance from the higher time frame to guide us here, right? So we have to kind of depend on lower time frame to kind of support us in a bit. Okay. So the daily chart really is not giving us an indication. It's in consolidation, neutral price action. All right. So let's take a look at the 4-hour. 4-hour, we're going to go ahead and turn off initial balance here, although it's available to us. Okay, so we're going to turn off initial balance. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take a closer look at this here, guys. So we do have price up against some of the reference levels that we care about. Okay, reacting away from what appears to be a new demand area. Okay, so we had a swing higher. Okay, we had a move higher, reached an area where there are sellers. Okay, and the market is kind of stalled here. Okay, has made a couple of attempts here to move higher, only to be rejected. Attempt to move higher, only to be rejected. Similar kind of thing here. Move lower, rejected. Move lower, rejected. So again, similar to what we're seeing in the on the daily chart. But given I guess looking at the more recent, if I looked at the more recent, then I would say that we're trying to go higher, right? We're trying to move to higher prices. So really to kind of embrace again the longs here, okay, really need to get above this 2349, 2350 level, really to get to embrace the longs, okay? If I'm going to embrace the shorts, well, I need to see a new low. I need to get below 23066, all right, to really embrace the shorts, really bears, okay? I need to make a new low, right? Right? We need to make a new low to continue this structure to the downside, okay? Right now, we're up against supply after a few bars here of upward movement. All right, so I would say that the market is neutral to up on the 4-hour chart, 30-minute chart. Okay, 30-minute chart. Let's go ahead and move this over here to the left. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stretch this out here. Okay, so you see that we're getting some price action here off of a demand zone. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open up. We're going to first do our fixed range volume profile here. Okay, and we're going to locate the 830 bar from Monday, drag that to the 430 bar Eastern. Okay, these are all Eastern times. All right, and basically ask ourselves, okay, where did the market open? Well, the market opened below. All right, so the market opening below, even though it's slightly below, that is technically initiative price action to the downside. Okay, now if all right, if we manage to close inside this value area, we have a reasonable chance, okay, to expect at least to get up to the highs and certainly through value. Okay, what if you read the book Mind Over Markets, that's what James Dalton will say. Okay, if we can get a 15 or technically I think the book says 30-minute candle, okay, inside this area, we have a chance for a price to traverse the entire range of value. Important information to know, right? If I have a reasonable chance, say 70 to 80% that this will not actually happen, well, I can plan for the event. I can manage my risk as a result of it. Okay. Let's go ahead and open up ADR here. All right. So we have ADR levels here above us. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start to call these levels out. Okay. So we got ADR high here. We got ADR high here at 2356. 2356. Okay. We got ADR low here at 2327.4. 2327.4. We got settlement at 2338.9. Okay, and then let's see what else we got. We're going to go ahead and open up ASR. All right, ASR here. We're going to move this over to the right. We got 2346.6 as an ASR high level. 2346.6, and then we got ASR low here at 23. What is that? 2328 looks like 2328.7. 2328.7. Okay. 23, not 24. 2328.7. All right. So we've already discussed a potential bullish trade, right? We could get a close back inside value that could traverse the entire range of value. If I'm somewhat bearish in this market, well, I have a couple of levels above me, right? I have the ADR level way above. All right. I have this ASR level above as well. I have value area high. These are all reference levels that could support a short, because technically, if you look at it from this perspective, if I ignore these set of candles that I'm seeing here, technically we're below settlement price. We are below VWAP. Okay. All indications that basically we have some structure here that is bearish. Okay. It's not until I break above this 2350 level that I start to move or change character here from bearish to bullish. Okay. So I have to, as long as price remains below this VWAP level, okay, I understand that we are, kind of coming into an area, right? But I do need to see a close, right, at some level that price can get above this VWAP level to kind of traverse. So there's a lot of areas here, right? A lot of congestion to keep that rotation from happening. I have VWAP, I have point of control, I have settlement price. These are all kind of resistance levels that could cause price from making that full rotation across. I've already got my reaction off of ADR as well as ASR to the upside. This would have made for a reasonable trade, right? From ADR low, ASR low, back up to VWAP. That would have been a reasonable mean reversion trade, or kind of a trade back to the mean in this case, the mean being the VWAP. All right. So that's kind of bring this down here. We're going to peek in here and see if there's any questions. I do see that we're a bit light on the likes, guys. Do have about 20 participants in the room, so I'd kind of encourage you guys to don't be shy. Hit the like button, okay? Hit the like button. That's kind of my, I guess my only thing that I'm asking you guys of you guys, right? Waking up here early in the morning to provide this content. Obviously, if it resonates with you, then encourage me to come out and do this on a daily basis. So yeah, please don't be shy and hit the like button. Also, if the content that I'm providing is something that, and not only this, there's some plans in the work, maybe to potentially expand this out to maybe some other times throughout the day. And you want to be notified when those kinds of events happen. So if you're not a subscriber to this channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, so that you get alerted when that event happens. Okay. All right. Now that we've gotten through gold, let's go ahead and take a look at platinum here. All right. So I'm gonna use the same chart so we don't have this constant, back and forth between screen and myself. All right, so let's take a look at the daily. This looks far more bullish than what we were witnessing. I'm going to remove all my drawings. Okay, I'm going to turn off ADR levels and turn on ASR levels. And again, take a look here and see what is the market trying to accomplish here. Okay, well, was bearish of late, right? We got, if I were to draw a channel here, you can see that we broke some structure. We've had price action that broke some structure to the downside. We are starting to break some prior resistance levels. Okay, we had a very strong push outside and broke above this level. Since then, we've kind of retraced it back to kind of a known, back to basically the source of this. But nonetheless, okay, we're starting to see some structure. This is far more, I would say, bullish, okay, than say gold, right? Gold, we were seeing some overlapping price action. There's a fair amount of overlapping price action here. We are seeing, again, of late more action that would indicate that the market is looking to go up. Okay, 4-hour chart. All right, so 4-hour chart. Here we are. We're at some levels that we care about. Here we are. Settlement price. Talk about settlement price, offering areas for potential reversals. You guys can see here, right, how often that happens. We come up to settlement and we fade. We come down to settlement and we reverse. Okay, again, we have structure here that indicates that maybe we want to head higher. Okay, the next logical level for the price to kind of get retested here is 1013.9, maybe as high as 1029, 1030. Okay, is kind of the next logical level for price to continue. We are above VWAP, we are above EMA, so we have some indications that price is looking to head higher on the 4-hour chart, okay, in the platinum. All right. All right. So take a look at the 30-minute chart. Okay. So here we are. Okay. I'm looking and seeing that, it's coming into an area here. Let's open this up here. So coming into an area here that I would be inclined to draw as a supply zone. Okay, so I'm going to color them is as red, and look that we are getting some reaction away from it. Okay, these areas, if you're wondering where price can lead to, if you're wondering where price can stall, well, you need to look to the left. Look to the left of the chart and find the areas for the participants that maybe are there to go against your trade. Well, this is a logical area. You see right here a series of bearish candles. What did price do? Well, it came up to this area and stalled. It stalled because it came into an area where we've seen sellers in the past. Okay. All right. All right. So, okay. So let's take a look at the fixed range volume profile here. So I'm going to go ahead again and open up the volume profile, head into this area. So unlike gold, all right, we were kind of hovering below this value area level. It actually came and we've opened above. So at this point, let's go ahead and open up initial balance. All right, so we have this initial balance range right up against the supply zone. Now that doesn't make just because I'm at a supply zone doesn't I mean I'm going to be looking for the potential that price could reverse from this area. Okay, I'm looking for that potential for price to reverse, but that does not mean that I should this area cannot get broken. Right, this is the first area that is could I should expect that price should reverse from this area. Okay, but that doesn't mean that I should expect the bearish trade all the way down to the lows of the market. That's not a possibility. Now, if this bullish structure is indeed, and I'm looking to be bullish in this market, well, the next logical area for me to recommit to that view would be this area right here, right up above value area high. You could see the conviction of this candle here, right? You see the candle kind of moving above value area high. This is not a candle that's generated by you and I. These are hedge funds, institutions, banks, folks that have a fair amount of money to engage in the markets. Well, they're telling us that they're interested at 998 or 1,000. Okay, they're interested at those levels. So if price comes back down to that level, I'm going to be looking at this level around 1,000. It's just like a psychological number. That's going to be a level that I'm going to put an alert for. And if price gets back down to that level and I get the price action that I need, well, that's going to be the area that I'm going to be looking for a bullish trade. I'm not going to be looking for a bullish trade up here. All right. As much as I'm convinced that that's the general area or general direction that they want to take this market, I'm not looking to pay retail price. All right. I'm not going to be the last guy to buy only to have to sit through a bunch of price action that's going to be against my position. I don't have the portfolio or the cash to hold the trade all the way down to this level. I have to manage my risk. And where does that happen? Down in this area here. Okay. All right. DX, how are you? Morning. Okay, so let's open up these ADR levels. Let's open up and see where we stand. Okay, so we're right up against this ADR level. We're smashing through it. Okay, the fact that we're able to smash through this ADR zone indicates to me that whatever this move is carries some weight. Okay, it's not often. Okay, not often. It happens, right? Often, what we see is when we get to these levels is we get reversals, right? These are statistical levels where we can expect reversals. All right. The fact that we've broken this area so early, okay, within the very first half hour of the session, is an indication that we should be looking first to figure out ways that we can go in that same direction, long. Okay. Let's go ahead and figure out what this level is. We got 1006.2. Got ADR low here at where is this? ADR low here at 9 what is that? 980 looks like. Yeah, 980.6. Okay, 980.6. And then the settlement is 988.7. All right. And we're going to go ahead and turn off ADR here and turn on ASR. And we're going to call out these levels here. Oops, not my arrow. We got 1001. That's been broken. All right. 1001's been broken. 1001. So ASR high, 1001 even. All right. We got 984.9. That's my ASR low, 984.9. Okay. That's my ASR low. All right. So we've already talked about how we would be bullish around these levels, that we need to locate a level where we can participate in this market to the bullish side. So I'm going to look for a pivot here, and this is where I'm going to draw my anchored VWAP. So this area here along the anchored VWAP, if I get an opportunity for price to come down to my anchored VWAP or my daily VWAP, that's going to be a reference level for me to participate in this long. Okay. Anchored VWAP is a reference level where I can manage my risk. All right. Value area high is an area where I can manage my risk. Okay. So those are two opportunities to the bullish side. All right. Now, I am in an area where I could entertain a short, but given this kind of price action, I have to temper my expectations on how far the move can be. Right. Maybe I'm looking for a scalp trade that will go from this supply area down to VWAP or down to this 233-day EMA. Right. That's really the only thing I can expect from a bearish trade at this point, because I'm dealing with market structure that indicates that we want to head higher. All right. All right. Let's see if there's any questions. Hey, DX, how are you? Your strategy works very well. I like it. You're welcome, Sharf. First thing you would do is hit the like button. Yes. First thing you need to do in any channel that you support is hit the like button. All right. Excellent. All right. So let's go ahead. I don't see any questions here on levels here. So we do have a couple of hypos. I think for me, the focus that I'm going to have on this platinum market is to figure out ways that I can participate to the long side. Okay. I'm going to be looking at these areas that we've talked about for a longish trade. Okay. Especially early in the market. All right. Let's go ahead and open up the crude oil market. Okay. Crude oil chart, I should say. All right, we got crude oil. Crude oil has been kind of steaming higher. Okay, had some alerts go off here as we were crossing this 84 level. All right, we're getting above it. All right, so we're above 84. Right, looking to head higher here. Okay, daily chart. All right, daily chart. Okay, nothing. Okay, again, we are breaking some structure here. Right. I got a number of these going on at once. So let me turn off some of these. I'm going to turn off this. I'm going to turn off this. I don't need multiple of these. Okay. So here we are. All right. So daily chart. Okay. We are making higher highs, higher lows. We are breaking structure in its path. We've reached the supply zone, broke through it. Okay. Where can this market go? Well, if this manages to close bullish as it is right now, I don't see any reason why this market cannot reach 87 in the next week or so. Okay, nothing here that indicates that can cause price to stall. Right? We have the next logical area is up here. Market based on the daily is very much bullish. 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart. We're going to go ahead and turn off initial balance. Okay, going to turn off initial balance. This is from Thursday, so we're going to hold off on the volume profile, but we are above this value area range. Okay, this is something that maybe I'll probably turn off here. Okay. But we are above some of the same. So we're just looking at the same candles. Okay. We have a couple of candles now. We have one candle that breached it. Now we have a follow-through candle that's above it, right? I had some alerts around this area to understand whether this is going to be respected or not. So path of least resistance right now remains to the upside, okay, in the 4 hour. So the 4 hour are very much aligned with what we're seeing on the daily. Let's go ahead and open up the 30-minute chart. Okay, this is the first real sign that I'm seeing some bearish, potential bearish price action. Okay, so we have a developing 30-minute bar here. All right, 30-minute bar. Let's go ahead, and I'm assuming that's the opening candle here. So I'm going to go ahead and open up initial balance. All right, there's the start of my initial balance range. Okay, so this area right here, all right, this area right here at 83.87, 83.90, okay, would be a nice logical area, right, for me to, or for traders to participate in this potential move to the upside. Not only was this a prior resistance level, okay, based on this supply box that I drew here, it's also an area where we're seeing VWAP. We had a nice reversal above, okay, away from settlement price, okay. Another indication. I suspect that we are right at the ADR high. Okay, here we are, ADR high, right, reached. Let's go ahead and open up my fixed range volume profile. Okay, let's do that. There it is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and locate the 9 o'clock candle from Monday, drag that across to 4:30. Okay, here we are, price above value. Again, indication that we have initiative participants have the resources to take this market up. Okay, take this market long. All right, bullish. It's bullish because we are above value. People are willing to pay more than the fair value for this market. All right. So let's go ahead and start calling out some of these levels here. So we got ADR high here at it's currently being broken, right? Okay, at 84. Let's call it 84.28. 84.28. We got ADR low here at let's call this 82.65. 82.65. We got settlement. Okay, we got settlement at what was that? 81.54. 81.54. And we're going to go ahead and turn off ADR and turn on ASR. Okay, so ASR, where is this? ASR, here it is. Okay, so we got ASR a little bit further above us. So we're going to call that level here. So that's 84.91. 84.91. Okay, on the upside, we got 82.69. No, 83.69. Sorry, 83.69 to the downside. Okay. All right. So some hypos. All right. So we all understand, hopefully, by now, is that looks like the crude oil market is headed higher. To my dismay at what impact this could have on the gas pump. All right. So what am I? How do I participate in this market? Okay. Well, I have some logical levels here. Now that I have this ASR low, this could be an area for potential support. Notice this ASR low has some confluence with value area high. Okay. This area 83.69 could offer me a logical location. Don't have to take on too much risk here. Okay. Really don't have to take on too much risk to participate in this trade from the long perspective. Okay. So I'm going to be looking for reference levels that will allow me to manage my risk to the long side. Okay. Again, I'm going to go ahead and draw my anchored VWAP. All right. Right off this pivot away from settlement price. Okay. This area right around here is going to be along anchor VWAP. 83.98, 84 would be a logical location for me to participate in the long in crude oil. Okay. All right. If I'm bearish, okay, my expectations on the bearish guys are going to be things that take me back to VWAP, maybe looking for 1.1, 1-to-1 kind of trade, 1.5-to-1 type of trades here, okay? This the price action in order to really have the wind behind your sails would need to be to the bullish side, okay? All right. Looking to see if there's any questions. I don't see any questions. I believe that nice 30-minute demand comment was more for the prior chart. Okay. There's probably an equally good 30-minute demand here as well. Okay. Down here at 83.52 seems like a reasonable area for demand, right? It also has this confluence around settlement and POC, point of control, right? 84.15 for CL. Right now, it's in a nice demand area. All right, 84.15. Okay. Yeah, this could be construed as a. I agree. All right, this area could be used as a demand zone. We're getting some we're getting some rejection away from it. So if you decided that that I wanted to take an opportunity to the long side, right? My risk on this trade would be below this demand zone, below some of these wicks, maybe even below VWAP, right? So, coming in here at 84.21 with a stop below VWAP, one of these VWAPs would be a logical trade to take back up to, in this case, ASR high, right? Okay, certainly reasonable and logical for that potentially to happen. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and look to it's the other markets here. What data is that in the right lower? Oh, that's Alejandro. This is a table. Okay, this is a table of these ASR levels. Okay, so this is the 14-day look back. Okay, high 84.91 for ASR high. This is the 14-day look back of ASR low. This is the 7-day. What this is representing, the width of this bar, okay, the width of this bar is the average of those two, okay? But that's what this box. So rather than trying for me to read these levels, one of the things I asked the programmer to do is, hey, tell me what these levels are. Don't force me to go over here and figure out what those are. So that's why the table is here, okay? Not available in ADR in levels because it's not the how we say, it's not my indicator. Okay, I didn't develop that indicator. That indicator was developed by someone else. But the fact that I was able to get this done by someone, I asked for this to take place. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Okay, the width of the box is the range, 84.91 and 83.69. That is the average range. This box is the width of those two ranges. All right, let's go and move into RBOB. Okay, RBOB. All right, here we are. We're going to go ahead and open up the daily chart, looking at the daily. Okay, similar to crude oil. All right. Again, if I didn't believe what I was seeing in crude oil, I get another indication that guess what? I'm sorry to say this, Coach Ray, but you're going to be paying higher prices at the pump here. Okay, we're at 260 and change on gasoline futures. And how high can this go? Well, according to this, we can get up to 275. All right. Again, time for me to begin to invest in a bicycle. All right, or a horse and carriage. All right. Yeah. So though there's nothing here that tells me that we cannot get up to 275 in RBOB. All right. So daily chart. With that said, the forecast is higher. Okay, nothing here that indicates to me that we are headed down anytime soon. 30-minute chart. Okay, 30-minute chart. We're just kind of putting a magnifying glass to some of these. Well, I actually skipped. Did I skip? I skipped 4 hours. So looking at the 4-hour chart. Again, nothing really to make note here. I'm kind of taking a look here on the left to see if there might be something here. I do see maybe a potential supply area here. Okay. Okay, I do see a little bit of a supply zone here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and turn that into red. Okay, but I do see that there might be a little bit of a supply back at this level. All right, that could cause, okay, a little bit of a pullback away from this price, maybe back down to this 258 level. All right, we'll have to see if we get a 3-bar reversal. We got the first candle, we got an outside candle. Now, can we get a bearish engulfing candle or something along those lines to indicate that, yes, maybe we will get a reversal in price? We'll have to wait and see. Okay. All right. 30-minute chart. Okay, here we are. We're up against this 4-hour supply zone. Okay, we're seeing that the 30-minute chart is kind of reacting away from it. Let's go ahead and turn off before we talk hypos here. Let's turn on and call out some of these levels here. Okay, so we are already above, much like we were in crude oil. We are above this ADR high level. Okay. So let's go ahead and add these levels for your reference. We got ADR high here at, what is this? ADR high here at 259, 2.5981. All right. We got ADR low here. Oops. ADR low here at, where is this? Way down here. 254.79. 2.54, 2.54, 79. Oops, 2.54, 79. We got settlement at 253, 2.53, 66. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn off turn on ASR here like this. All right, so we got 259.08 on the low end to 2.5908 low end, and on the top end we have 263.17, 263, 263.17. All right, so now we got these levels called out. Okay, just going to talk through a couple of scenarios here. Okay. So we are up against a 4-hour supply zone that could cause price to come back down. Okay. If it's going to come back down, first order of business, okay, would be first logical thing for price to do is to come down to this level. Okay. In this case, VWAP, and reverse away from VWAP. The next logical level for price is for price to come down to this ASR low level and reverse away from that. And then ultimately, this is probably the area that I'm going to be really keen on, especially if I'm going to be filling up my tank, is to see price get back down to this settlement from yesterday at 257.76. That's where I would like to see price, and then I need to run to the gas station and make sure that my tank is filled up at that level. Okay. All right, so these are kind of some bullish scenarios. Now, if I'm bearish on the market, okay, well, I have a logical level now using the 4-hour supply that we drew. Okay, my first target for this short has already been met. Okay, back down to VWAP. It's unreasonable for me to expect for price to automatically go on the first try all the way down to settlement price. Okay. Given the market structure to the upside, reasonable expectation is to come back to VWAP. I often comment, have you hugged your VWAP lately? All right. That's what I mean. When I mean by hugging VWAP, I mean, have you visited your VWAP? Have you visited your mom recently? Those types of things. That's what my reference is to have you hugged your VWAP lately? Okay. All right. So this would be an area for a short. Okay. We've already hit the first target. Could the market, come back down to settlement price? It could, right? This could be a logical trade, right? Entry around this area right here, a little bit of a pullback. I'd like to see some sort of rejection here, right? I'd like to see some sort of attempt back and see some sort of rejection. And that would give me a little bit of confidence that the market is looking to go back down, maybe potentially go to settlement price. This would be easily a 2-to-1, 3-to-1 type of trade. back down to settlement. All right, in RBOB. All right. So we've already talked about some bullish. So let's go ahead and move on to the equities. Okay, so we'll start with Nasdaq. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start with the daily chart. Okay, here we are. We're gonna turn off some of these. I'm gonna remove some of these drawings here. All right. Okay, so we seem to be in some sort of consolidation. Okay, we have developed on the daily level some sort of supply zone here. Price has not been able to get above wherever the highs are here, 20,375. Okay, as long as price is not able to get above, right? Well, on the daily chart, I have to think that at some point we are going to be exploring lower, right? If we don't have the resources to bring price higher, the market is going to auction lower to locate the other participants. Where can I find these other participants? Well, back at these consolidation levels, back at something like 19,000, 19,000, all right, would be the logical level to find some of the participants I'm looking for. All right. Now, could I hang out in this range for some time? Absolutely. But the longer that I stay in this range, the greater likelihood that I will have a situation where price will start to advertise itself lower, right? 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart. I'm going to go ahead and turn off initial balance here. Okay, I'm going to expand this here a bit. Okay, so here we are. So we are reacting away from I guess this supply zone that I drew on the daily. All right, we are kind of, we're starting to see some overlapping in price. I also see that we are developing a little bit of a demand zone right at this level. Right, this level here is a demand zone. Right now, the problem that I have with this area, okay, is I'm squeezed between a rock and a hard place, right? If I go long, well, I'm met with sellers above here. If I go short, I'm met with buyers. Not the best of areas, okay, to be participating in this market, right? I don't want to be fodder for the bulls and the bears. I don't, okay? I see bearish locations here. I see bullish locations here. I need price to definitively get out of this area, okay? Either make a new high and I can participate in longs, or make a new low so I can participate in bears. I do not want to be a part of this, okay? Now, how many of you, again, I'm not going to necessarily play this way, but how many of you guys see or recognize this head and shoulder pattern here? How many in this room recognize a head and shoulder pattern? Do you guys see the head here? Do you guys see the right shoulder? Do you guys see a left shoulder? Yes. Do you guys see a neckline? Right? You guys see a neckline here? Yes. Okay. So if this is going to play out, and I'm not necessarily going to play this trade, but this head and shoulder pattern is indicating that maybe we are headed lower in this market. Okay. I'm not going to play. I'm just because I have a head and shoulder pattern does not mean I'm going to play it that way. Okay. Right. Right. Because this is basically telling me that this distance between the top of the head down to the neckline is the potential opportunity, okay, for price to move lower. Okay. That's what this head and shoulder pattern is telling us. And if that happens, okay, where do we go? Well, lo and behold, does it seem logical that price can come back down to this prior settlement price, back to this last pivot? Absolutely. Okay. Am I going to necessarily play it that way? I'm not so sure, because again, I have here on the right hand side, I have here a demand zone. Oops. Demand area. Okay. That's developing off of this. So I would need to see a definitive close below this, but then, then I start to question, well, if I'm anticipating that just the move can only go down to here, well, do I have enough runway to make this a reasonable reward to risk trade? All right. So if I'm looking long, I need to get above this area here. All right. Above the right shoulder for me to participate long in this market. All right. Looking at the 30-minute chart. Okay. 30-minute chart, starting to see some structure here, starting to see some price action. My channel senses is sensing a break. Okay. A potential break of a channel to the upside here. All right. We are at the precipice of a potential break to the upside. Okay. Where could this market go? Well, here we are. We have settlement price up above. We have ASR high here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off here for a second. I'm going to start to call out some of these levels. Actually, before I go there, let me draw the fixed range volume profile here. Let's locate the Monday candle here. Yeah, technically it should go down, right? if it's a true shoulder head and shoulder pattern, it should go down. Correct. All right. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and locate the 9:30 candle here, drag that to the 4:30 candle. Here nope, that's a little bit more than what I bargained with. Okay, so right here. Right there. Okay. I was doing some things that I don't particularly care for, but in any case, right now we are inside value. Okay. Market hasn't opened yet. I have drawn my channel. I have a bearish channel. If I'm looking short, obviously I do not want to see price action break structure to the upside. Okay. So let's go ahead. The chart is getting a little bit busy here. So I'm going to turn off some of these things here. Let's see. This fixed range volume profile is starting to bother me here a little bit. I'm not going to extend right. Let it do this. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay, so here's our volume profile. We are still in the midst of it, inside of it. So indicating that we could see range behavior, right? If we see range behavior, I'm going to fade the value area highs and I'm going to respond to anything off of value area low. Okay. That's going to be the order of business until I break above value area high or value area low. All right. So let's go ahead and call out some of these levels. We got ADR high here. Okay. We got ADR high here at, let's turn it on. ADR high here is above us at, what's that? 2172.25, 2172.25. Okay, we got ADR low here at, we've already responded away from it, 19,919, 19,919.75. Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn off ADR here, turn on ASR. Okay, we are 20,073. Okay, this could adjust here with the open of the market. Okay, 20,073, but nonetheless, this is a prior ASR high. Okay, so could potentially be responsive, and then we have 19,070. We got settlement here at what is it? Settlement is 20,052. Okay, that's settlement price. All right. So what to make of this market? Well, like I said, if I start to see some structure, okay, that starts to break structure to the upside, the only thing that's maybe causing me to tap my brakes is I'm not really keen on price being inside value from yesterday, because having price inside of value could create this kind of situation where I get a lot of overlapping price. Now, I do see a series of candles that indicate that they mean business and they'd like to move the market. Now, I am I am seeing that we are, this level of 20,014 is going to be an important level for the bulls. Okay. I need to get above this EMA level. I need to get above 20,014 for any chance of getting up to settlement price. I think if I do that, I get a reasonable chance to get up to settlement price, up to ASR high here. Okay. If I'm bearish, well, I have settlement price as an area for reversal. I have value area high as an area for reversal. I have ASR high as an area for reversal. So if I'm bearish and then we see we're going to be in range price action, those are going to be the extreme levels that I'm going to be looking at here. Volume opened up, previous value high and directional down into previous value and showed a bullish reversal pattern. Yes. So we have here, we have the value area low, and this is also an area of demand, and price has reversed away from it. Okay. If I turn on ADR here, ADR, look at how well ADR offered us a location for a reversal in price. Okay. These things don't happen by accident. These levels offer us opportunities for trades. Now, does it always provide a home run trade all the way to the other side of the range? No, but can we live off a move from 19,916 up to current levels of what is this, 19,375? Can we live off of that, guys? Can we live off a set of candles like this if it just managed to do that? Most likely, right? Okay. I don't know. This is probably a $600 move. I'm $700 move. I'm not sure. Okay. Right. All right. So, okay. So we've already talked through some scenarios. Let's go ahead and move into the ES here. We're kind of coming pretty close here to the open of the market. So let's go ahead and remove some of these drawings because it's getting quite busy, right? We remove drawings. All right. So quickly looking at the daily. Okay. Again, overlapping price action. Okay. Maybe even an indication that maybe we're seeing a little bit more of a push lower here. Okay. Again, similar supply zone that I drew before. Okay. Is present in the ES. Okay. If I'm going to remain bullish in this market, I need to see a new high. We've gotten one push higher, failed. Another push higher, failed. Okay. We've gotten multiple pushes lower, all met with buying. Okay. Banks are propping this market up. Okay. But right now, if price continues to hover around this area without making a new high, okay, what must come up, what goes up must come down. All right. So eventually it's going to exhaust the resources to kind of prop this market up, and we will see this pullback. Okay. No doubt. All right. 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. Okay. So we're coming into an area of what? Okay. Who's this? This is Mr. Maribozu. Okay. Mr. Maribozu, meet price. Okay. So this area right here is demand. Okay. Now, guys, I'm back at this strange level. Okay. That I'm in. Okay. If I go ahead and once we get into the fixed range volume profile, we're kind of bouncing our heads, right? I'm going to kind of adjust this a little bit higher, right? We're bouncing. This is an area of the demand. All right. Okay. Demand, supply. Boom, 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 boom. Now, is there enough room for me to go from this area to this area? Probably. It's a little bit wider range. Okay. But that's kind of what I'm seeing. Is there a very definitive direction? No. But I do see a logical area to participate in a long trade down in this area. Okay. If I can get 1, 2, and then a subsequent candle here to be bullish, well, it looks like I might have fell upon a bullish trade here. Okay. But I do need to see a bullish candle here. But we're, a good 30 minutes from this candle closing, and then another 4 hours before we finally see that. It's probably not something we want to wait for. All right. So in any case, we are seeing some bearish action, okay, in this market up against an area of demand. 30-minute chart. Okay, 30-minute chart, similar what we were seeing before. I'm going to turn off ASR here. Got ASR turned off here. We're going to go ahead and turn on, where is my, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Where is my ADR? Oh, that's ASR. Did I do away with this? Why would I do that? Okay, here it is. Okay, so here's my ADR levels. I have ADR above, ADR below here. So I'm going to go ahead and call out these levels. So we have ADR high here. Okay, market is just opened. We have ADR high here at 50, 55, 54, 50. Okay, we have ADR low at basically where it's at right now. 55, 12, 50, 55, 12, 50. Okay. And then we have settlement price here at 55, 55, 55, 33.75. Okay. We're going to turn off ADR here, turn on ASR. Where is ASR? Okay, here we are. So we have some new levels, some new targets. So we have 55, 34 here. 55, 55, 34. Okay. 75. All right. Then we have 55, 54, 97. 54, 54, 97, 25. Okay, on the downside. All right. So this is my prior ASR level, which probably could serve as reactive. I'm going to go ahead and draw my channel here because I'm starting to see some price action that we were seeing again in the NASDAQ, right? So if I'm going to embrace this long, I need to get I certainly have a logical location here, right? I have ASR levels in this demand zone. If I do manage to get above this, we have a more than reasonable chance to get back up to settlement price. If we get above, let's say 55.41-ish, then we open up ASR highs, open up the swing highs here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my little anchor here. Okay. My anchor VWAP off of this demand zone. So I'm going to be tracking this. Okay. And watching to see how well we stay above anchor VWAP. Anchor VWAP could also give me provide me a location to participate in this long. Okay. I'm going to be watching quite keenly. We go ahead and turn on initial balance here. Okay, where is initial balance? All right, there's initial balance. Okay, so we have initial balance range. So I'm going to be watching quite keenly if price is able to close above this channel. If it's able to close above this channel, and I eventually get a break of this initial balance high, this is the first candle. I have one more 30-minute candle to go. If I get a break and close above, then I don't see any reason why we can't come back up to ASR high. Or ADR high for that matter. Okay, right? It's the same level. This ASR and ADR high are in this as our prior level are the same levels here. Okay. All right. So yeah, bullish. Okay, I'm seeing some bullish price action at this point. I'm going to be looking to see where I can manage my risk. So my view on this, although it's a little bit counter to what we're seeing, I guess overlapping price action. One thing I have not done here is open up my volume profile. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's locate this candle here, drag that across. All right, there. Okay, so here we are coming into value. All right, coming into value from yesterday. If we do manage to close inside it, I don't see there's any reason why price can't get back to these three areas of confluence: EMA, settlement, and ASR high. Okay. But it first needs to get above 54.27. Okay, if it manages to get above 54.27, then this structure to the downside is going to be broken, and we could potentially see higher prices. But we first need to see a 30-minute candle close above, say, 54.27 to entertain 55.33 and maybe as high as 55.34.75. Okay. If I'm bearish, if I'm, I guess, more of on the camp of the bearish side, then these same levels that we're using as targets could potentially be an area that could be used as entries as well. All right. Okay. I think that's pretty much it for me. I will, guys, today I will be on Top Step TV as part of the I guess Dr. Steinberg's and Anne Marie's segment. I will be part of the panel there, so you guys can catch me there. All right, at 11 a.m. Central Time. We'll be asking questions of the psychologist and also of Anne Marie, and also I'm assuming I'll be sharing some of my opinions as well. I'm anxious to ask some questions of Dr. Steinberg as well for myself. Psychology is a muscle. The mindset is a muscle that I continue to exercise every day and try to get to a better place to support my trading. So yeah, it definitely will be fun. I'm looking forward to that. All right, Epicure. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and close this session off. Wishing you a safe and profitable session today. Okay, so trade well, trade safe, trade like a market pro, be a market trader. All right, guys. Alejandro, as you would say, hasta la vista, baby. All right. Have a good one, guys.